Hi YouTube, this is a quick unboxing video of my brand new power supply. This is the OCZ 750 watt semi-modular power supply. Okay, I bought this from eBuyer. Just literally unboxed it from the box it shipped in, eBuyer.com. I ordered this yesterday, so it's next day delivery, and yesterday was a Sunday as well, so it came very quickly. And here it is in this box. This, I'll show you some of the specs. I don't know too much about it, but I've heard that it is a relatively good one. It is, let me see, 82% efficient, which basically means that out of the 100% of electricity that goes into it, 82% will be used and only 18% will be effectively wasted, turned into heat, etc. or noise. Let me see, it's 80+ bronze certified as well. It's supposed to have, I'm just trying to see how big the fan is actually, it doesn't say, but I've heard on forums that it is extremely quiet because it has a bigger fan, which basically means that it can spin at lower speed because it's a bigger fan, then creating less noise. I think it's 120 mil. I'm not too sure, I will find out for you. Well, basically, yes, this is it, and I will go ahead and open it up right now. I have upgraded this for my gaming computer. I had this gaming computer for about a year and a half now. I built it myself, and I used to have a very cheap £30 CIC 700 watt PSU. And the reason I had a cheap PSU is the same reason I've got quite a cheap case, is because when I was buying the components, I was on a tight budget, so I skimped on the case and the power supply, which I know probably wasn't the wisest thing, because a lot of people have warned me that having a cheap power supply, you know, it could fail, it could take out other components. But for the past year and a half, it's been absolutely brilliant, reliable. Obviously not the most efficient power supply ever. So I finally got some money and I finally upgraded to this new power supply, which I'll be fitting today. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm also eventually going to be upgrading from this case. This case was also from eBuyer. It was 30 quid as well, it's £30. I mean, it's a brilliant case for the money. I think it's excellent for the money, but you can tell it is cheap because some of the Molex connectors on the fans that were included in the case, or some of the Molex connectors from the front USB ports, or the fans that were already in, they're a bit cheap and the wires come out, so I've had to glue them in. So you can tell it's a cheap case. But I'm looking to, once I've saved up again, got some more money obviously, upgrading to the Cooler Master Half X. I really like that case, so I think they're about £130, £140 in the UK, so you know, I'm going to have to set aside and save for that. But let's get into the unboxing of this. Just take the plastic off right now. Comes off a little bit, which is annoying. There we go. Just move all that away. Right, okay. We will get down into the box. There we go. And we open the box now. Just bend that back. I'll just check this is in frame, which it is. Right. Okay. In the box, we've basically got instruction booklet in many different languages. I bet you the only bit I will need is the first few pages or so. A bit bent. Yeah, many different languages. Just basically how to connect the power supply up, installing it, different connectors, everything you really know already in there. You've then got a power cable, which is annoying because it's the American power cable, and I live in the UK. That is very annoying. Luckily, I do have a spare kettle lead off my old power supply which I can use, but that is quite annoying that it's the American power supply. So be warned, I don't know if this is just OCZ or it's eBuyer or what, but that is an American kettle lead, and I live in the UK. Luckily, I have got another kettle lead I can use, but that is quite annoying. What have we got here? This is quite nice. They actually provide a little bag for you to put in. All the cables come in with it, but basically you can put all your spare cables in once you've finished. You don't need them anymore. Got your 4 screws to attach it to your PC chassis. You've then got, oh, very nice. Oh, I like that. That is very nice. The cables are all flat, and they're all coated in this like plasticky, rubbery coating. That is very, very nice. My old power supply literally used to be like this. Single cables, and it used to look such a mess because all the colours and all the cables separated, and you know, we have long wires and these just used to just separate everywhere. But that, I like that a lot. That is a very good feature of these cables. Very, very nice. They're all nicely coloured. You've got red connectors, and then you've got black, very smooth black cable. I like that. So let me see what we've got in here. Number of different cables. These are PCIe, and you've got those. They're from a graphics card. They will do to power my graphics card. Obviously, most graphics card takes 2 PCIe, and they have got them. They're a 6-pin. They've also got the addition of having 2 more, so you can create 2 8-pins, which is very, very nice. Here you have got. Let me see. It's quite hard to see when they're all wound up. Let me see what cables we've got here. This one we've got 2 cables here. My mistake. Got a PCIe, and then we've got 1, 2, 3 SATA connections on the end of that, which is quite nice. So that's from your power supply. So 3 SATAs, and then exactly the same more on there. So you've got 6 altogether there. Here you've got the 8-pin motherboard CPU header, the one that goes to the CPU. I can't remember what it's called. You've actually got 2 of those, which is quite nice. And you've then got multiple SATA floppy connections, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 molettes. There you go. So they're all the modular. This is a semi-modular power supply. As you can see, they're all the ones that are modular. And if we take out the power supply itself, the actual unit, take it out of this bag, you can see that the 20 or 24 pin motherboard connector, I can't remember the name of it, is already connected to the power supply, and you can't take it out, as well as the 2 8-pin, is it 8-pin? 1 8-pin, I think, yes, and 2 4-pins which you can connect together, PCI connectors. That actually looks like a 140mm fan, to be honest. That's, yeah, I think that's 140. Let me just check. Yes, that is a 140mm fan on that power supply, which, like I said before, my mistake, is 140 not 120. Because it's a bigger fan, it runs at lower speed, lower RPMs, which produces lower noise. So it's going to be a much quieter power supply than my existing one. But it's very nice. It does look very nice. My power supply actually goes in at the top, so it's going to be like that. So that's what you're going to see in the case. It's very, very nice. I do like it a lot. So yeah, 140mm fan, and then you've got your connections there for the different cables. And I will show you the length of these cables as well. Let me see. Oh, you've got plenty of length on those. And they're all nicely coated in the that plasticky netting. I can't remember the name for anything today. But you've got a lot of length on those, plenty of length on those. Same with the motherboard header. So that's the power supply unit itself. I like this. I like the fact that you get a little bag with it. That's very nice, because I can pop all the spare cables in there. Like I said. Oh, sorry, my mistake. Again, I was saying about the US power cable. It comes with a UK power cable as well. It comes with both, which is quite nice. I mean, obviously never going to use the American one, but it's very nice that they put 2 in. They obviously don't make specific units for each individual country. So yeah, like I said, there is your UK plug, and there is your US plug. Both come in with the box. That's very nice. I didn't even see that. That was my mistake. So yeah, I dropped it then. If you've got any questions about power supply, I'll try to answer them. Like I said, I'm not an expert in power supplies. I've literally just been over a few reviews, picked a relatively good one. It's not the best. I could get better, but for the money I was wanting to spend, this was £69.99, so it was £70 in the UK from eBuyer, which is about the money I wanted to spend. I saw it, I researched it, lots of great reviews about it. You know, so